All right, guys. Dreadnought's back with another Black Series review today from Star Wars: The Force Awakens. We've got Constable Zuvio, looking pretty cool here in the pack. I know zero about this character, really don't know anything. Haven't honestly been looking forward to this one either, but since I collected the Wave 2, I wanted to go ahead and grab him while he was available. May, turn out to be a great, important character. Who knows? Pretty cool artwork here on the front, as we've seen in these waves before. And you can see here he's number 9. If you want to pause it and read that bio there on the back, you can do so. Not much else going on here on the other side, so let's crack him open and take a look at it. And here's Constable Zuvio out of the packaging, looking pretty cool, I gotta say, overall. You can definitely tell Hasbro gave this character, this figure, some love. It got a tremendous amount of dry brushing, and there's a lot of sculpture detail in it. So I've got to say, overall, I'm digging all that. I just don't identify with the character, so I don't know who this is or who it's supposed to be. I know it's some kind of law enforcement or something, and he, or, it could be a she, I'm not sure, maybe the most badass law enforcement officer on that side of the galaxy for all we know, but I don't know who the actor is playing this or anything, so I'm just having a hard time identifying with the character at this point. So, but overall, just based on looking at it, it looks pretty sweet overall, I gotta say. And as we take a closer look at accessories here, I gotta say a lot of detail went into this staff, or, whatever kind of weapon this is. You can see this blade looks crudely made, but yet has this silver metallic paint on it that just makes it look really cool. It's like a jagged piece of metal. And then this is just the color of the plastic, but some brown down through here, wrapped around the handle. Kind of looks like maybe this should have been brown as well, but still looks good. Nice paint app on it. A little paint rub there where the hand was. And I love this color down here. I hope we get this color on some more of the weapons. It's just the perfect metallic sheen. Just looks really good. Looks aged. And then on this, stock or whatever, I guess if you look at this like this, it could actually be a gun. But then when you turn it like this, it looks more like a spear. So I'm not sure, but maybe some silver dry brushing or something over those rivets. I don't know what it's supposed to be, so I'm not sure. Looking at the backpack, though, looks really good. A lot of nice detail went in here. They did some great dry brushing over it, some silver dry brushing, or a wash. I guess it's more of a wash, but it just looks good. It looks very aged and metallic, and it looks cool. And it's got these weird straps on the back here that actually fit into the back of the figure, which I haven't seen before. I was wondering when I opened them what these holes were for, but it's actually to fit the backpack in and to go in these holes, which is a little tricky. Then once you get it in there, it goes like so, so it makes it look like the straps are coming out of his jacket, and going and holding the backpack on, which I guess is some kind of communications array or something. I don't know. But that looks pretty cool. Doesn't fit in there perfect, but I like how the straps go up in those holes. That's really neat. And as we take a closer look at Zuvio himself, you can see a lot of nice texture in here. You can see his helmet is all dinged up and dented, and it looks like old metal. There's a lot of different dry brushing on here, some black and silver. The red and green came out good, but a lot of nice texture in here. And then looking under here at the mask, more dry brushing. It's got some kind of apparatus here with that same silver we saw on the weapons, or chrome. Looks cool. Got some hoses up in there. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of communications maybe. And these can bend out a little bit. Not crazy about the eyes. They look wonky, and I'm not sure if his face is supposed to be this flat, but maybe that's the way the character looks in the movie. It's like his nose is mashed up in there, so I'm not sure, how that's supposed to look. Could be completely screen accurate for all I know. But it has the same metallic dinged up metal look down here on the shoulder pauldrons or whatever, and then some nice texture underneath. You can see a little silver got on this, but I guess this is supposed to be cloth, and it's kind of a yellow. You can see this is supposed to be grass stained or dirty or something. I'm not sure. Some green dry brushing down here. Nice textured wrinkles in the arms. More metallic with that silver dry brushing on it. Looks really good. It just looks good overall. They did a great job. A lot of dry brushing, a lot of detail in here. Looking at the back, more dry brushing on the back of the legs. Some nice texture in the pants. You know, and as we look at the front, you can see more of that dry brushing. You know, it looks like wraps here around the boots. You know, and then on the feet, it's kind of like a ninja or something. It's kind of cool. And there's the pants underneath, kind of a ribbed texture. And you got peg holes down below, but looking pretty cool overall, I gotta say. Now on the articulation. You know, quite frankly, this guy doesn't have a lot of usable articulation. The head will move back barely any. Moves down just that much, and it's kind of bobbly. It's really loose. It does turn around like so, but when you do, you see that neck joint, which is kind of ugly. Upper arm only moves out that far, and you can kind of push it up farther, but that's really about all you get. And you can twist it around the pauldron there. You know, no upper arm rotation. Single jointed elbow, gets 90 degrees. It does have a hinge on the hand that can barely move. You know, it's hindered by that wrist guard there. You know, I don't know if the guy's supposed to have ab crunch underneath here. It feels like he does, but it's, you know, it doesn't really do anything because of this jacket here. So, you know, completely hindered by that. It does have some waist rotation, as you can see here. It's up under there. You can't really see it, but it does move at the waist. It does have upper leg rotation here, and these are a little bit tight, and no real hip movement. You can kind of push it and force it out like so. I guess that's all right, you know, but I don't know if it's really usable for that. Just like the upper legs, I'm not sure it's usable. It does have double jointed knees, and I really think these could be traded off in some cases for double jointed elbows, like on this figure, because I'm not sure you're going to be able to do a whole lot with those double jointed knees there. Can kick forward about that much, so that's pretty good. And then move back as much as this will let him, and I think you could actually get him back a little more. It does have pivot on the feet, move down like so, up like so. It does have a nice rocker as well. And here's Ray and Finn compared to the good Constable, and you can see measuring in just a little over 5 inches, so a very short law officer. And as you can see here, the Constable has his work cut out for him, coming up short in comparison to a couple of lawless bounty hunters, with Boba Fett here on the left and Bosk on the right. And quickly wrapping up our review of Constable Zuvio here, I gotta say, overall, I am impressed with the amount of detail that Hasbro did, you know, in the paint and the sculpting. A lot of nice extra detail in this figure, a lot of nice dry brushing and just paint apps on this character, or on this figure. And I think they did a great job with that. Now, is he a buy? You know, it's going to really depend on whether you're a completionist or not. This figure certainly doesn't hit it out of the park. What they did get right in paint, they did not get right in articulation. He's a bitch to stand, I'll be honest with you. You kind of have to really play with him and get him in a wide stance to get him to stand if he's going to have the backpack on. You know, if you take it off, he stands fairly well on his own. But, you know, he's just really kind of teeters, and I just really had to play with him to get him in any kind of cool poses. You know, and the other thing is we don't really know enough about the character to know if he's a must-have at this point or not. So, you know, there's a good chance this guy ends up peg warming, you know, kind of like Finn is right now, until the movie's released. And the movie may come out and this guy's the bomb-ass character and everybody wants, you know, and then he may go. But, you know, right now I'm kind of getting the feeling he may be another Greedo or something. You know, but we'll see. Time will tell. You know, so at this point, I think if you're a completionist, go ahead and grab him while you can. If this character's not going to make it or break it for you, then I think he's an easy pass. Just not enough positive about the figure, you know, for me. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, please give me a big thumbs up. Hey, if you like what I'm putting out, please subscribe and please share the videos. We're definitely trying to build an audience up and try and get the word out that we're bringing more and more content each and every week. Also, Facebook, Twitter, and Toy Art links in the description below as always. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and hey, we'll see you soon.